Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another Perils in Paradise card review. And it's Paladin Day, and we got quite the legendary here. One of the most unique legendaries ever. It's not only a minion, but it's also location. We got a lot of holy spells, which that mini set sure did foreshadow, didn't it? Anyways, we'll take a look at these cards, and if you want to win these cards, we have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 1 mega bundle out of my pocket to enter that giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down in the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Please subscribe to the channel for every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed. I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. And starting off, we have a brand new, as I mentioned, holy spell. It's pretty expensive though. 6 mana power spike. As I said, it's a holy spell that will deal 4 damage. That can go face, it can get amplified by spell damage. However, it also gives a random friendly minion on the board, I'm assuming, not in your hand, I would specify otherwise, right? +4/+4. So you're getting a 6 mana random Blessing of Kings that could also do some face damage. Obviously, this card is not phenomenal if you're behind on the board. Let's say I've got my Sanc'Azel deckhand ready to go, or my, well, Leroy's pretty hard to combo. Let's leave it with Sanc'Azel deckhand. You play that for 1, you play Power Spike on 6, and you can buff up that big pirate and go face. And with that stupid new pirate, give it Wind Fury, all for what, 10 mana? It works out perfectly. Although I don't think that's probably the ideal combination of those cards, it is certainly something. I think this is a really good arena card. I feel like it's probably a bit too expensive and inconsistent for ladder, although you could maybe, yeah, slot it in that style of strategy with the hand buff deck, or you're just playing a bunch of tokens and you just consistently have minions on the board. This is going to buff something up while removing something. It absolutely has a chance for validity, but I feel like it'll just fall short, not be a meta player, and I will give it a 2 out of 5 in standard. And in wild, you could play this in even Paladin, you got that going for it, but other than that, it's a little bit slow, and I'd rather play a 5 mana spell that could deal 25 damage to my opponent, which is just a little bit better, right? It's a little bit better in that regard. Also, I will note, you can play it in Mage, right, with the Tourist, and then Sith has a holy spell. There's something there, but overall, yeah, probably not a meta card. Next, we have a new minion, the Grillmaster, a 4 mana, 3/4 minion, no tribe or anything like that. However, he has Battle Cry. Draw your lowest cost card. Death Rattle, draw your highest cost card. This is a 4 mana draw 2, very specific cards. That seems very good. It might get well, I guess that nerfed Reno from your deck or any other of your late game cards, as well as drawing something cheap, maybe to help keep you alive. And the Battle Cry's proactive right away, so you can get that cheap card right away and maybe even play it. Whereas the Death Rattle, that lowest cost card, you probably want to get that slower because you won't be able to play it in the same turn unless it's like a discounted expensive card, right? Let's say in Wild or Sherbola, you probably don't want to draw that, you want a Holy Wrath, but let's say that. It's just a really good card. This is a really solid 4 mana draw 2, specific cards that could be high power level cards that you really want to hit, or just something really cheap you want to hit. Super good card. I think this sees play. Not only can it see it play in aggressive decks, especially like just hitting your Titan consistently could be really nice too, right? Getting that. It gets thrown into Mage too, right? Again, it's a Mage card. You can tutor Sith, you can tutor your Projection Orb. All those things could be really nice for a class that, again, doesn't have that and could absolutely utilize it. It's a really good card. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 in standard. The only thing holding this back in Wild is most of the powerful decks right now that would like to play a card like this really like the Holy Wrath strategy, and you really don't want to draw your highest cost card there. But I'll give it a 3 there still, because that effect can be really powerful, especially to get your late game hero card, your big legendary minion, or that Titan. Just seems like a really solid card for Paladin players to use. We have the Lifeguard, a 4 mana, 2/7 taunt, Oasis Snapjaw, crying in a corner. Battle Cry, the next spell you cast has lifesteal. So in Wild, you could play Lifeguard on 4 and Holy Wrath, not only to deal 25, but to heal for 25. How about that? But you put this on a Consecration, hits all the minions on the board, it goes face, and you heal up a bunch. That could be really nice. Prismatic Beam, you can get a bunch of healing on that, or the spell we looked at, deal 4, heal up a bit. That can be good, but it's situational. Paladin, it's not exactly struggling with healing right now, but more healing can be really good. But a 4-mana 2/7 taunt, although not too shabby, it's got a lot of health. 2 attack typically is like that threshold of where it just doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't kill enough stuff. You really want 3. 3 is like that really good number to get. And I feel like, I guess you can hand buff it and utilize strategies like that to make it bigger. But overall, I feel like it's a niche interaction. I don't think you need to do that for healing right now. And I don't think Mage really wants to do this either, right? Like, you do have some AoE effects, you have some spells you can utilize, but I don't see it being a Mage strategy at all. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard, 2 out of 5 in Wild as well, despite the insane, incredible Holy Wrath synergies. But again, if Paladin's looking for any excess healing, especially with any AoE spell, that is a really good effect. And then lastly, we have a ridiculous card. It's really cool. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of it. I apologize. It's Sanc'Azel? Sanc'Azel? I don't know. It's a 5-mana, 3/8 elemental. It has Rush, and it reads, after this attacks, you turn into, or it turns into, a location, which is named the same thing. It's a 5-mana location, which gives a friendly minion +3 attack in Rush, turn back into a minion. So as long as you have any other minion on the board, you can then buff it, give it Rush, and then you turn right back into your elemental form, and then you can attack again, and then you will turn into a location that is now dormant. You will then have to wait your proper turn to play it again and resummon your minion. The health and durability is shared, very similar to like Remornia. So if you hit into like a 5 attack minion, you'll have 3 health, and then you lose your durability, it'll go down to 2 health, and then you probably will die when an attack is after that, unless, of course, you can hand buff it and do all sorts of other stuff. It's just a really cool card, and it's really relatively cheap, and you can play it in a hand buff deck and have like this unkillable location / minion that keeps buffing other stuff on the board that just seems really solid. You could play it in defensive decks to constantly try and remove things on the board, and it's just really, really good. I think it's a really great card. The design, we've never seen anything like it outside of Remornia, which would turn into a weapon, but I like that we're kind of reusing that style. That was a really rad card. This is a really rad card in my opinion. I think it sees play, and of course I did it again. I keep forgetting with this expansion that the cards are shared. So if you want to play this in Mage, you absolutely can. But regardless, I love the card. I think it's really cool. I think it sees play. I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5 in Standard. In Wild, I'll give it a 3. I think the Reno decks will definitely try it out, see if it's worth playing, and maybe even like a hand buff thing pops up in Wild that you never know. That has been a strategy before, and getting even more uses out of this thing could absolutely be worth it. So there you go. First batch of Paladin cards revealed. There'll be some more cards later today, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.